The beautiful old city of Erfurt in eastern Germany is hosting the courses for young Afghans. For Zulfia Abawa and Mohib Shabrakil, it feels like a different planet from their home in Afghanistan. They've come from Kabul to learn how to rebuild their country as Germany did after World War II.
I'm amazed by some of the developments here to see that. And in that sense, it keeps me motivated that hopefully at some point we can have at least not maybe 100% of this, but 25% of similar developments and achievements back in our countries at some point.
Today at the Willy Brandt School of Public Policy, they're learning about good governance.
In this sense, what you see here, it is a very linear understanding.
Around a dozen Afghans are currently receiving training here. There are also students from other countries. Over the course of 3 years, Zulfia and the others learn about conflict resolution and fighting corruption.
Because government of Afghanistan needs young people to work with them to eradicate the administration issues which are currently existing in the government of Afghanistan. So I'm thinking to work in government of Afghanistan.
The ambitious project is headed up by German-Afghan Farangis Spanta. She's the daughter of a former Afghan foreign minister. She knows that some politicians in Kabul view the course in faraway Germany with suspicion.
Some people have been appointed to government posts and ministries based on tribal allegiances, so that certain tribes can consolidate their power. Most of them can speak English, but when it comes to written communication, there are deficits, and in overall international communication, they're dependent on the younger generation, who know how to use Excel, for example, and who can develop policies that can be implemented in Afghanistan.
Peace building is the next lesson. The biggest issue for the students is how to secure peace in Afghanistan.
What is peace building? So, some ideas of what peace building is?
It's a question the students don't find easy to answer. And German soldiers aren't finding the challenge any easier. The Bundeswehr has been in Afghanistan for 8 years now and have watched the conflict around them get worse, not better. Most Germans want their troops to come home, but most of the students here see things differently.
I would not favor to just withdraw the troops, because you have to be there and you cannot leave Afghanistan in the middle way.
The engagement is necessary for some time now, and overall there should be more focus on developing internal Afghan capacity to deal with its own issues.
The students are very aware of the challenges facing them. Just a few months ago, one of their own was killed in Afghanistan. During the semester holidays last year, Sultan Manadi went to work as a reporter in Afghanistan. But he and a British journalist were kidnapped by the Taliban, not far from Kunduz. On September 9th, British forces launched a raid in an attempt to free them. Sultan Manadi was killed in the gunfire. He was a man who loved his country and had planned to return to help with education.
Of course, we were all deeply shocked. His fellow students were shattered. He was very well integrated. He'd built up friendships with all kinds of people here. And suddenly, the war came home to us here in Erfurt.
The head of the institute, Frank Ettrich, says Sultan Manadi's death has made most of the students more determined than ever to rebuild their country. But they still have a long road ahead of them.
Our problem is partly impatience. We shouldn't be thinking in terms of individual years or in normal legislative periods. We need to think in terms of 20 to 30 years if we want to achieve anything even approaching the kind of state and society that we take for granted here.
Back at the student dormitory, it's the men who are doing the cooking this evening. That too is a new experience for some of them. Zulfia and Mohib often spend their evenings in front of their laptop. They go online to get the latest news from Kabul. This time, a friend has sent photos of another bomb attack.
Overall, I can say its situation has not improved, but there is still optimism in the eyes of the Afghan people that with international support and cooperation, hopefully, and of course the more effectiveness of the Afghan government, things can improve.
Then Zulfia withdraws to pray for her friends, her family, and for Afghanistan.